Sara, can I tell you something slightly strange?
Always.
Last night, I was surrounded by people. A full evening. Friends, conversation, noise. And I came home and I felt completely alone.
Oh.
Not sad, exactly. Just alone. Like the evening had happened around me rather than with me.
Around you rather than with you. That is an important difference.
It felt important. And I kept thinking about it this morning, and I could not stop wondering, is this just me? Is this a Thursday thing? Or is something bigger happening?
I do not think it is just you. I think it is one of the most quietly widespread feelings of this particular moment in history.
Quietly widespread.
Welcome to Easily Speak English. I am Sara.
And I am Owen. And today we are going somewhere that I think many of our listeners already know. Somewhere they may have felt, but not quite had the English to name.
Are we lonelier now than ever before?
Not in a dramatic way. Not in a way that requires emergency.
Just the quiet, everyday kind. The kind that can be present even in a full room.
Especially in a full room.
We post new episodes every single day on Easily Speak English. Come back tomorrow. We are always here.
Let us begin with last night.
Tell me more about last night. What was the around rather than with feeling like? Exactly.
Okay. Everyone was present. Everyone was kind. The conversation was fine. Good, actually.
And
I kept having this sensation that I was performing. Not dishonestly. Just performing a version of myself that was easy to be around. That would not complicate the evening.
a version of yourself that was easy to be around.
And that performance, it is exhausting in a particular way. Because you were there. Your body is there. Your voice is there. But the part that actually needs something
Is still at home.
is still at home. Yes. Is still sitting alone, wondering what to do with itself.
I think this is one of the most common forms of loneliness that does not get talked about. The loneliness that happens not in absence, but in presence.
In presence. Yes.
You are with people, and you are still alone. And that version, the in-presence version, it can be harder to name because there is no obvious reason for it.
There is no obvious reason. You cannot point to a cause. You are not isolated. You are not friendless. You are just
Not reached.
not reached. Oh, yes. That word from the Hope episode.
The same word. Because reaching is the opposite of loneliness. And right now, in this particular moment in history, a lot of us are technically connected and emotionally unreached.
Technically connected and emotionally unreached. Listeners, does that land for you? Have you felt that? Being in a room or online or surrounded and still somehow not reached? Write in the comments in English. We read every single comment every single day.
I want to ask a question before we go further. Because I think the question in the title, are we lonelier now than ever before, deserves to be examined carefully.
You mean, is it actually true?
Is it actually true? Because it is possible we are not lonelier. It is possible we are just more aware of our loneliness, more able to name it.
That is interesting.
Previous generations, people who lived through harder external circumstances, they may have had less time to sit with this feeling, less language for it, less permission to call it what it was.
Less permission to call it what it was.
And now we have the language, the conversations, the podcasts, the vocabulary for inner life. And so we notice the loneliness more.
Is noticing it more the same as having more of it?
That is the question. And I am not sure. But I think there is also something real happening. Not just increased awareness, something structural.
Structural. Built into the way life is organized. Not just in individual people, but in the shape of modern life itself.
Yes, the shape of modern life. The way it pulls people away from physical proximity, from slow time, from the kind of connection that used to happen accidentally.
Accidentally.
Sitting on a doorstep, working beside someone for hours, walking somewhere with a neighbor. The kind of connection that required no effort because life organized it for you.
And now we have to organize it intentionally. We have to schedule connection, put it in a calendar.
And something is lost when connection has to be scheduled.
What is lost?
The serendipity of it, the surprise of it, the sense that the world is full of people, and sometimes one of them just arrives.
Just arrives. Yes.
Now, connection requires effort, which means it also requires energy. And when energy is low, connection gets pushed to next week.
Gets pushed to next week, and next week gets pushed. And before you know it,
Months have passed, and the loneliness has more room than you meant to give it.
more room than you meant to give it. Listeners, do you recognize that pattern? Write in the comments. Tell us. In English. Even one sentence. We read everything. Sara, I want to talk about something that I think is the specific loneliness of right now. Not all time. This time.
Tell me.
The phone in the hand.
Oh.
Because I think one of the things that makes loneliness different now is that we are never without company. There is always something there. A notification, a scroll, a video, hundreds of people talking.
And it should help. In theory.
In theory. And sometimes it does. A message at the right moment, a voice note that makes you laugh, something that reaches you through a screen. Those are real.
Those are real. Yes.
But there is also a version where the phone becomes the thing that prevents the loneliness from being felt. And loneliness that cannot be felt
Cannot be addressed.
cannot be addressed. You are never alone enough to feel it, and never connected enough to heal it.
Never alone enough to feel it. Never connected enough to heal it. That is one of the most honest descriptions of a particular modern experience I have heard.
It does not feel great to have arrived at it.
No.
But I think a lot of people live exactly in that in-between space. The scroll is company of a kind. It is warm. It is available. It never asks you how you are actually doing.
Never asks you how you are actually doing.
And after enough time in the scroll, you can forget that you were lonely to begin with.
You can forget that you were lonely to begin with. And then one evening, surrounded by people, something reminds you. And it arrives. All at once.
All at once. Yes. That was last night.
I thought it might be. I want to offer something that is not a solution. I do not have a solution, but an observation.
Please.
The conversations that have helped me most with loneliness, the moments that actually reached me, they were almost never the big planned ones.
Not the scheduled connection.
Not the scheduled connection. They were the accidental ones. The ones that happened because two people found themselves in the same place with no agenda.
No agenda. No plan. No purpose. Just there.
And something was said. Something real. Something that would not have been said in a scheduled conversation because scheduled conversations have a format, a surface, a social script to follow.
a social script.
But accidental proximity, being somewhere together without a purpose, it removes the script. And sometimes what gets said in those scriptless moments is the thing that was needed.
The thing that was needed, not the thing that was planned.
And I genuinely wonder if part of what we are missing is not more connection, but more accidental connection. More being somewhere together with no purpose.
More aimless time.
Aimless time. Time that is not productive, not scheduled, not optimized, just shared.
Shared, aimless time. That almost sounds like a luxury now.
It does. And that is interesting, that the thing that might help the most feels like something we cannot afford.
Cannot afford or cannot justify?
Cannot justify, yes. Because everything has to have a purpose now. Everything is accounted for. And aimless time, sitting with someone with no plan, feels wasteful.
Wasteful. Even though it might be the least wasteful thing.
The least wasteful thing of all. Listeners, when did you last have aimless time with someone? Time with no plan, no purpose? Just being together. Write in the comments. In English. We want to know.
Sara, I want to say something that might be uncomfortable.
Good.
I think sometimes we choose the loneliness. Not consciously, not with intention, but we choose the conditions that make it more likely.
Tell me how.
We choose the screen over the call. We choose the message over the visit. We choose the comfortable distance over the uncertain presence.
Uncertain presence.
Because being with people, physically, really with them, it is unpredictable. It asks something of you. They might need something. The conversation might go somewhere uncomfortable. You might not be able to perform the easy version of yourself.
Might not be able to perform the easy version?
And the screen never asks that. The screen is always on your terms. You can close it. You can scroll past. You are always in control.
And control, while comfortable, is not connection.
Is not connection. No. Real connection involves some loss of control, some risk, some I do not know exactly where this is going, but I am here.
I do not know where this is going, but I am here. That is the feeling of real presence.
And I think many of us, myself included, have slowly replaced that uncertain real presence with the managed, safe distance of the screen.
Managed safe distance.
And felt lonelier for it. While not quite understanding why. Because the screen says connection is happening. The numbers are there. The notifications are there.
But the reaching is not.
But the reaching is not. Yes.
And we are back to the word that matters most in this conversation.
Reached.
Reached. To be reached is the opposite of lonely. And reaching, it requires some version of going towards someone without knowing exactly what you will find.
Without knowing what you will find. Listeners, think about the last time you felt truly reached. Not entertained, not liked, not responded to. Reached. Write what it was. In English. In the comments. Even one sentence. One last thought before the word tour.
Go ahead.
If someone is listening to this right now, and they recognize this, the in-presence loneliness, the technically connected but emotionally unreached feeling, the months that passed without meaning to. I want to say, it is not a failure of who they are. It is not that they are too much or too little, too needy or too closed.
It is a real and widely shared experience of this particular time.
Of this particular time. And naming it, which they are doing right now by listening, that is not nothing.
That is not nothing at all. Naming a thing takes some of its power away and gives you some of yours back. Gives you some of yours back. Yes. And after naming, maybe one small thing. Not fixing, not transforming. Just one small gesture toward being reached or toward reaching someone else.
One small gesture.
A message that says, I was thinking of you. Not because anything particular happened, just because you were. Just because you were. That is a sentence someone could send today. Right now. After this.
After this. Word tour. Today we talked about something real. And inside this real thing, some words appeared that are worth staying with.
On Easily Speak English, we always take fewer words and go deeper. Today's words: unreached, proximity, serendipity, aimless, agenda, structural.
First, unreached. Say it slowly. Unreached.
Unreached.
Unreached means not touched, not reached, not connected to in a real or deep way.
Technically connected and emotionally unreached. You can be surrounded by people and still feel unreached.
Or, despite all the messages, I felt unreached this week. Or, what I needed was not more noise. I needed to feel reached.
Reached is the opposite of unreached. And reached means someone got through. Someone arrived at the part of you that needed them.
A message can reach you. A voice can reach you. A look across a room can reach you.
And sometimes the simplest things reach the deepest.
Next, proximity. Say it slowly. Proximity.
Proximity.
Proximity means nearness, physical closeness, being in the same space as someone.
A lot of the accidental connection we talked about happened because of physical proximity. Two people in the same place, not because they planned to be.
Or, living in proximity to your family means being close to them. Or, the proximity of the two buildings made it easy to visit.
Proximity is not the same as connection, but it creates the conditions for it. And modern life is reducing proximity, which may be reducing the accidents of connection.
The accidents of connection. Next, serendipity. Serendipity.
Serendipity.
Serendipity means a happy or useful discovery that happens by accident. Not because you planned it, because circumstances brought it to you.
The serendipity of old connection. Walking somewhere and finding yourself beside a neighbor. Sitting somewhere and a conversation beginning.
Or, it was pure serendipity that we met. Or, I love the serendipity of travel. You never know who you will encounter.
Serendipity requires some openness, some aimlessness even. When every moment is planned, serendipity has no room to arrive.
Serendipity has no room to arrive. Next, aimless. Aimless.
Aimless.
Aimless means without a specific goal or direction, not purposeful, just moving or being without a plan.
Aimless time with someone. Time that is not productive, not optimized, just shared.
Or, we spent an aimless afternoon walking. Or, sometimes an aimless conversation turns into something meaningful.
Aimless is not lazy. Aimless time can be deeply nourishing. It just requires you to stop needing it to produce something.
stop needing it to produce something. That is hard for many people. Very hard, but worth practicing. Next, agenda. Agenda.
Agenda.
An agenda is a list of things to be discussed or done. A plan. A purpose.
The most real conversations happen when there is no agenda, no format, no social script to follow.
Or the meeting had a long agenda. Or she came with no agenda, just to listen.
In personal connection, the word agenda can feel cold. I came with no agenda means I came with no purpose except to be with you. And that is a gift.
That is a gift. Last, structural. Structural.
Structural.
Structural means built into the system or organization of something. Not an individual problem, but a pattern in how things are arranged.
The loneliness we are experiencing is partly structural, built into the shape of modern life. Not because individuals are failing, because the architecture of daily life has changed.
Or this is a structural problem in the organization. It cannot be fixed by one person. Or the structural changes to the neighborhood made it feel less communal.
Structural problems require structural thinking. They are not solved by willpower or good intentions alone. They require looking at the shape of things and asking what needs to change.
What needs to change? Today's words: unreached, proximity, serendipity, aimless, agenda, structural.
For practice, write one sentence in the comments using any of today's words.
Or write your answer to the question: are we lonelier now than ever before? And what do you think we are missing most?
In English. Honestly, we want to hear. Owen. The evening you described, the around rather than with feeling,
Yes.
did you tell anyone about it after?
No. I came home. I went to bed. I thought about it alone.
And then you told me. Just now. In the first 30 seconds of this conversation.
I did.
And how does that feel compared to the alone thinking?
Different. Lighter, like the thing had been in a closed room and now there is a window.
A window.
Just a little air coming in. Not a solution, not fixed, but air.
That is what a conversation can do. Even one. Even this one. Even with someone you have never met, sitting somewhere listening.
Even that.
The reaching is not always grand. Sometimes it is just a window.
Sometimes it is just a window. Listeners, if today opened a small window for you, that is enough. That is more than enough.
And maybe after this, one small thing. A message. A visit you have been putting off. An afternoon with no agenda. One small gesture toward being less unreached.
One small gesture.
That is all we are asking.
Thank you for being here with us on Easily Speak English today.
Please give this video a like if it said something you needed to hear.
Share it with someone who might be carrying this quietly.
Subscribe for a new episode every single day.
Take care of yourselves.
Take care of each other.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.